We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to break through key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 8:05 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 400% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are at the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here above 445 in today's volatility. And we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 6:31 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area from Thursday to Friday, and a continuation of strength here, hitting multiple rip areas in the last 2 days. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator at the 434.60 area, continuing that staircase effect here within the last several days. And here it is pushing up to newer highs that we have not seen in the last several weeks and months, guys. Coming back up to retest key resistance levels up here based off the history of the chart since way back in September. And we're going to break it all down in today's video. But right now on the 30-minute, it is under a bull indicator, and it's going to be crucial and critical for the inflows to follow and hold up to justify any further move up to the upside. So bull indicator here on the 30-minute, since way down here at the 434 area, we've hit highs so far, and multiple rejections have happened of 449 and 450 area. But here we are with it on the 1 hour as well in the bigger picture, under a bull indicator since down here at the 435 area, and continuing with full strength here on 42 vision, breaking out to newer highs and breaking through the resistance levels we were watching which was 443 and 445, and going all the way up near the 450 area and fighting to stay above the 449 area in today's after hours. Now, if we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see a bear indicator popped up in the pre-market, quickly got canceled out with a bull indicator at the 439 area, and it's been strong here and holding strength all day, and no red bars and no dark green bars till now in the after hours. It was full strength here on 42 Vision, and we're going to look at the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what the inflow versus outflows are showing as well, which I'm going to pull up in just a moment. So we currently have bull indicators on the 1 hour, the 30-minute, and the 15-minute, and we're going to look at if these inflows follow as well. And that's going to be crucial and critical to further justify any move to the upside here if the bulls want to continue to put up a fight and test key resistance levels based off the history of the chart, because it is approaching a key level up here that will be crucial within these charts. But here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, having inflows push up away from the midpoint in the first half of the day, and in the second half it has been a sharp drop to the downside, but the inflows are still above the midpoint, right? Even though it's red, it's still sitting at inflows of 3.41, and it hit highs here of 11.86, some of the highest that we've seen, not just in the last few weeks, but even months, guys. This has been some of the highest inflows here on the 30-minute that we've seen in quite some time, and it's been a sharp drop here, but the reason why the stock hasn't completely collapsed, or the chart, is because these inflows are still above the midpoint, and it's going to be crucial and critical going into tomorrow if these outflows continue to be watched closely, because if it crosses the midpoint, it can quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. Now, if it can level off, the bulls may continue to fight and bring itself back up, switching from red to green, and it could start reflecting that strength into these charts. So that's going to be crucial and critical to not ignore, and I'm going to be watching that very closely. Now, if we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see how sharp it is here from red to green, pulling away from the midpoint and hitting inflows here of 11.72, some of the highest that we've seen once again in the last several months on the 1 hour chart. And here it is holding itself up and green, and it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to stay above the midpoint. I'm going to be watching that here in the bigger picture very closely. Now, if we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see how sharp the drop has been, and the outflows are trying to cross to the downside, and I would not ignore this, because if it does, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts and roll that weakness over into the 30-minute chart as well. So it's going to be crucial and critical here for these inflows to level off and go from red to green, push back up away from the midpoint to start and reflect any further strength here into these charts. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And if these outflows cross to the downside and roll that weakness over into the 30-minute as well, bringing those outflows to the downside and dominating over the chart, the first support level I'll be watching is the 448 area. Then below that is 445. And if that gets broken through, the next support I'll be watching is 442. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical, as I stated, for these inflows to pick back up, pull away from the midpoint here on the 30-minute, continue that staircase effect here to the upside, retest the highs of the day, and roll that strength over into the 30-minute as well. And the first resistance is the 450 area. Then above that, based off the history of the chart, is going to be the 452 to 453 area, guys, right? That's going to be crucial and critical up here based off the history of the chart. And then I'll be watching the 455 to 458 levels. Those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, but these inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them. I'm going to watch them closely as they're really close to the midpoint here on the 15-minute, and on the 30-minute, it is dropping sharply towards it, and that's something to not ignore. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.